Hi everybody, this is Catherine from Battlemon. Welcome back. Firstly, I must apologise for how I'm sounding. I'm actually suffering with a bit of a cold and I'm getting a dry throat, so if I need to pause for a minute or if you see a little break in the video, it's just me taking a break to cough and to get a little drink of water. So I realised that I have shown quite a few, or have uploaded quite a few haul videos for the month of August, and I'm just looking around the table at all the stuff that I've laid out that I've been doing little videos for and thinking, I spent a little bit too much money in August. But you know what? I'm not going to apologise for that, because Battle Dad and I work damn hard for our money, and if we want to have a little splash out every now and then we should be able to. Now, I have to blame somebody for this purchase, and she didn't make me do it, but she did reveal on her Snapchat that she was getting a new camera. And I was like, "Ooh, what you getting?" And she said, and I was like, "Oh, you'll love that." Although I don't know a lot about the camera because I have a different makeup camera, I knew she was going to be happy with it. But then for some reason, this crazy idea popped into my head that I need a new camera. Now, I have too many cameras. I have my DSLR upstairs. I've got my baby DSLR somewhere in the house as well. I've got the one that I'm vlogging on now. My phone obviously has a camera on it. I've got my GoPro, which I've never used. But I just suddenly decided in August, no, I need another camera, and I bought one. And at the time of filming, I haven't told Battle Dad. Oops. So what did I buy? I decided to invest in an instant print digital camera from Polaroid. Now, I should explain there are two types of Polaroids at the moment who print out in the size that this does. There's one which is just it prints an end of story, kind of like your old traditional Polaroid cameras. You put your film in, it basically prints out the picture as you take it, and that's it. But when I was reading through the reviews on Amazon and I was looking at some of the questions that people pose to people who have bought it, one of them was, does it have a screen on the back? And somebody said, no, it doesn't, but the Z2300 does. And I was thinking, oh, what's that? So in I go to Amazon, and this one has, if you can see on the back here, I don't know, will you be able to? It's actually got a screen on the back. And what this one does is it gives you the ability to not only print on the Polaroid paper instantly, it's also got 32 megabyte memory built in. It's got the ability to have an SD card in there, so you can save to the SD card, you can print instantly. It's got a 6x digital zoom, 10 megapixel camera, so it's not as good as your kind of bridge cameras, some of your point and shoots, not as good as probably even your phone. But do you know what? I thought, bugger it. It also captures, which I've just read here, because I'm doing it from here, it also captures 720p HD videos at 30 frames per second. And that obviously saves to the SD card that you put into it. Now, I've wanted a Polaroid camera for a while. I had one of those almost, not old style, but the kind of newer old style for my wedding. And what we did was, for our guest book, we actually had a Polaroid type camera with the film, sent it around the room kind of during the meal or just after the meal. Everybody put their pictures in and they wrote a message then, and it was that kind of a guest book, and it was really good. It's really nice to look back on, see some of the funny pictures and see some of the messages that people gave us. But I've been wanting a more modern Polaroid camera, and as I said, I looked at the cheaper version, and because it didn't have the ability to save to the camera or have an actual screen, I decided to go with this one. So this one is the Z2300 instant print digital camera from Polaroid, and I think that was about £180 on Amazon. Now, of course, you can't just get that. I also bought the SD card that goes with it. I also bought the neck and the wrist straps to go with it. Doesn't end there. I bought the neoprene case that goes with it, and of course I bought a 50 pack of Polaroid printing sheets that will go into it. So yeah, I bought myself another camera. This is getting bad, people. I really need someone to shake me and say, you don't need another camera, but Sharon, I blame you. Anyway, so I will probably take this and my Canon G7X to New York with us this month. I think I'll try this out there. And I might do a little review vlog when we come back and let you know basically what it's like, whether it's worth the £180 or whether you should just stick to like a point and shoot, your phone or a bridge or a DSLR. What I quite like, and the reason why I bought it, what I quite liked about Polaroid cameras in the past was it's the instantaneousness. You can take a picture, print it out immediately, and you've got it there, because so many of us are so guilty of not printing our pictures anymore. I mean, you tell me how many of you actually go through your cameras and print your pictures. I very rarely do that, if at all, in a year. But the fact that you can actually save your pictures to the SD card, so you can actually choose which picture you want to print, I think is a little feature of the modern day. Sorry, I'm shaking the table, I'm realizing. I think the thing about the modern day ones is that, especially this one, that you can save to the camera and then choose which one you want to print. So even though it's not like the cheaper version where it prints it immediately, this one you can kind of choose which one you want to print, but at the same time you're almost printing it instantly rather than sticking on an SD card and forgetting about it for 2 or 3 years. So anyway, so this was my camera haul for August. I have to completely battle that about this. But yeah, I think as I said, I will take this in my Canon to New York, and I will possibly come back at the end of August, maybe end of September, beginning of October, and maybe do a little review of it and basically tell you whether it's worth the money or not. So just want to say again, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate all the views that I get. If you do want to subscribe, click the button. If you don't, it's fine. And if you want to know a bit more about who I am, what I blog about, maybe read some of my posts, I'm Battlewoman across all social media sites, and I blog at www.battlewoman.com, which you'll see in the closing credits just now. Thanks for watching again. Bye.